I am Maria Ramirez.
And I'm Kate Sturgis, and we are pleased to be your co-hosts for the Brooklyn Hospital 2020 Founders Ball. Maria, since we are safely 6 feet apart from each other, shall we take off our masks?
Good idea. You know, Kate, last year at this time, we thought tonight would be all about the hospital having reached its 175th anniversary.
Absolutely right. But instead, we are talking about not one, but two incredible events this year.
In a year that has been, it has changed all of us in so many significant ways.
The combination of a big anniversary and an even bigger pandemic has heightened the importance of Brooklyn Hospital's mission and the role it plays in caring for the amazing borough of Brooklyn.
Over the next 45 minutes, we are delighted to bring you inspiring stories of healthcare and heroism, stories from the days gone by, and especially those from the past year.
And while we do so, our heroes remain on the front lines, doing what they do best.
But let's not forget that tonight is also a much needed celebration, and the Brooklyn Hospital Foundation always throws a great party. So Kate, what's the lineup like tonight?
Well, first we've been building a photo mosaic made up of photos from our friends who believe in the hospital's mission. We'd love for you, our viewers, to help us complete the mosaic tonight. So let's take a quick look at where it's at now.
Personally, I love to cook, so tonight's my lucky night. Chef Georgette Farkas will demonstrate how to make butternut squash farotto.
And after the formal program, the amazing Omri Struck and Grace Palmer of The Other Side of the Brain will DJ for us. It's a Zoom dance party, so feel free to get dressed up.
Okay, so let's get things kicked off. We bring you one of the most beloved personalities, Brooklyn-born radio legend, Cousin Brucey.
Hello, everybody. Oh boy, we're here for a celebration of community. I'm your cousin Brucey. I'm Bruce Morrow. I'm a neighbor, and I'm so happy to have been invited to celebrate the 175th anniversary of a hospital that I was born in, the Brooklyn Hospital. You know, it doesn't matter how fat your pocketbook is, right? If you need help, they are here for you, and they've always been here for you. Well, we're here for a very important reason. We're here to help the hospital, the Brooklyn Hospital, build this brand new emergency department. Now, we have to be ready for any kind of emergency. I guess we all know that by now. We've been living through it. And this is an urgent message for you. Let's help them. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready, guys? All right, we're ready. Cousins, we're going to the red carpet, the celebrity red carpet, and happy anniversary, the Brooklyn Hospital.
Congratulations to the Brooklyn Hospital Center on its 175th anniversary, and thanks to the frontline staff who put their well-being on the line to make sure Brooklynites have access to quality, affordable health care during this pandemic. You are the best of the best.
You guys are heroes, going down in history, and I mean that. You're great. Thank you. Love.
Thank you so much to all of you, the heroes at Brooklyn Hospital Center. I'm Angela Yee, and I want to congratulate you on 175 years.
Brooklyn Hospital, keep on, man. You're helping so many wonderful people.
To all the doctors, nurses, technicians, and support staff at Brooklyn Hospital, I just want to say a big thank you.
Happy 175th anniversary to the Brooklyn Hospital Center. You've never missed a beat taking care of Brooklyn. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you to the angels at Brooklyn Hospital who saved so many lives this year, just as you saved my life 4 years ago.
Thank you all, and you first responders especially, for all that you do and how you help people every single day. God bless you. And congratulations on 175 years.
If it wasn't for you all, who knows if I don't know what would have happened, to be honest, you know, and I thank God that y'all were there.
Support the Brooklyn Hospital Center, get them a little money, Make sure you let your people know that you love them and you care about them. Send them gifts. That's all we trying to do. Give them some love, man.
I'm honored to have this opportunity to say to you doctors, nurses, and all you frontline workers, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Happy 175th anniversary. And again, thank you. And God bless you.
What wonderful friends the hospital has. Thank you all so very much.
There is no doubt about it. 2020 has been an emotional time, both frightening and inspiring. The Brooklyn Hospital came to the world's attention as it redefined what it means to serve a community from the front lines. We were the first in Brooklyn to put up a tent to pre-screen patients. That helped us efficiently admit those who tested positive and keep the virus at bay as much as was possible.
Thankfully, an initiative developed in 2017 by Dr. James Gasparino to take care of the sickest patients was in place when the surge hit. Nurses and staff were redeployed wherever they were most needed, and they responded without fear or hesitation.
And what a tough time for our patients too. 30 mums had COVID as they gave birth at TBHC. Let's meet just one, Precious Anderson.
My son was born March 30th, 2020. The very beginning of everything, still the unknown. He was born 2.5 months early. But he was born because of COVID. I had COVID severely.
When her condition started to deteriorate, we had to increase her level of care and put her in the ICU, and eventually we had to make the decision to deliver her. It was a tough time. We had quite a few patients who were very ill. I've known Ms. Anderson and her family for a while. It was just a pleasure to take care of her. I was so happy that we had a very positive outcome.
I thank them every day, and I pray to God that they come out with a safe recovery, and they both did.
It took me 16 days to meet and hold my child. He's 5.5 months today. He was born 3 pounds, 11 ounces. He's 13 pounds now. He's growing. He's passing his milestones. Nothing prematurely with him, even though he was born premature. He's just a happy-go-lucky baby. I just thank God, truly, for the miracle and a second chance at life, is what I call it now.
Her story helps me understand why the hospital must be equipped to anticipate all types of emergencies.
Exactly. One of the reasons we are here tonight is to raise money to help complete the expansion of the emergency department. Thanks to generous friends like Charles and Irene Ham and a grant from New York State, we are well on our way, but we have another $4 million to raise. In fact, the pandemic's first wave taught us how to be better prepared for whatever surge or disaster might be next. Because of that, we have supplemented the renovation plans with additional measures and accommodations.
And that requires financing. If you are able to help, please consider making a gift tonight.
It's really easy. There are 3 ways to give. With the QR code on the right of your screen, online at foundersball.org, or you can text us at BRAVE175 to 243-725. Now back to our program.
Tonight, we are honored to have Congressman Hakeem Jeffries present the Walter E. Reed Medal to Dr. Sylvie D'Souza, Chair of our Emergency Medicine. And
we will meet heroes from the community who stepped forward to help the hospital fight the pandemic.
And we will see some of our newest facilities.
And let's not forget to celebrate 175 years. Our tradition of heroism and caring for Brooklyn goes back to our inception. And Brooklyn Hospital has such a rich history. Did you know, Maria, that Dr. Anthony Fauci of the NIH was born at the Brooklyn Hospital?
Yes, I did know. Let's take a look how it all began.
On a hill next to Brooklyn's first official park sits Brooklyn's oldest voluntary hospital. For 175 years, from this very site, the people of Brooklyn have been served by the countless heroes within. The seeds of compassionate, community-based healthcare were planted in 1839 when a pair of wagons collided on Fulton Street near Brooklyn City Hall. At that time, there was no hospital and no place to care for the one driver who broke his leg in the incident. Instead, the sick were nursed at home or taken to an almshouse 4 miles away. But as luck would have it, 2 prominent citizens witnessed the accident: Cyrus P. Smith, Brooklyn's first elected mayor, and his friend Robert Nichols. After helping the driver to a private home for treatment and generously covering the cost, they organized a group of visionary businessmen and civic leaders who set out to build the Brooklyn City Hospital. The benevolence of these founding trustees, the first in a long line of heroic figures who would shape our future, ensured the hospital's early success. Augustus Graham, a manufacturer, social activist, and philanthropist, was especially generous. In 1845, the hospital received its charter from the state of New York, and so began our lasting mission to accept and treat any patient who required care, including the poorest and neediest. Less than 2 decades had passed when the Civil War broke out. The hospital readied itself, setting aside 60 beds where surgeons and nurses cared for sick and disabled soldiers, just as they would do during the Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. Many of these professionals were war heroes themselves, bravely enlisting for medical service on the battlefield. Walt Whitman visited the hospital as a volunteer during the Civil War, bringing supplies and comfort to the wounded. Writing for the Brooklyn Standard in 1862, he called the Brooklyn City Hospital one of the most useful and humane of all the institutions of our city. Since those earliest days, the hospital was a hub of learning and innovation for young doctors and future heroes like Walter Reed. Here he studied the principles of epidemiology, sanitation, and disease transmission. Dr. Reed later joined the Army Medical Corps, first investigating typhoid fever outbreaks among troops during the Spanish-American War, and then going on to discover the cause of yellow fever. In 1880, the ladies of the Fruit and Flower Mission helped the hospital found Brooklyn's first nursing school, giving determined young women the opportunity to pursue public service and scientific training in the footsteps of Florence Nightingale. And in 1890, a new ambulance service was deployed to rapidly respond to emergencies across the city. As the hospital advanced through the 20th century, it absorbed and rescued other institutions, adding new services and expanding care to more residents than ever before. New buildings, new equipment, new specialties and advancements, many made possible by the generosity of the people of Brooklyn. Whether world-renowned or unsung, medical professionals or community members, they are all heroes, and they all play a vital role in making us who we are. So, as we look to the next 175 years, the Brooklyn Hospital Center will continue to be about people, just as we were from the start. The people who lead, the people who heal, the people we serve. Our community, our Brooklyn, our hospital.
Good evening. I'm Lizanne Fontaine, proud to be the chair of the Board of Trustees, and perhaps prouder still of being the first registered nurse to serve on Brooklyn Hospital's board. It's an honor to be here tonight to represent the board, as well as the nurses and doctors who've worked so hard to make a difference in the lives of others. It's amazing to think back to that fateful day in 1839, how a collision between 2 horse carriages would spark an endeavor that is now more vibrant than ever, 175 years later. For those of you who are doing the math, the hospital was incorporated by the state of New York in 1845. Year after year, our hospital has cared for and strengthened Brooklyn. It has been a centerpiece of Brooklyn, evolving and expanding and welcoming innovation, and it has always been independent and community-based, resisting mergers, controlling our resources, controlling our destiny. That can be a hard road, especially when it comes to resources, but it means we can really do what we think is right. And what a journey it has been. Tonight is a wonderful opportunity to acknowledge this milestone anniversary as we look towards our future. These 175 years have seen countless births, many medical challenges, and miraculous stories of healing. And all the while, we've stayed true to our mission. That spirit, that compassion, selflessness, and cooperation led our founders to create Brooklyn's first voluntary hospital. And the same spirit lives in our healthcare heroes of today. I'm not sure I can fully capture the enormity of the COVID-19 crisis for our hospital, the colossal challenge our doctors, nurses, and support staff are confronting every single day. But our entire team has risen to the task with bravery, perseverance, and self-sacrifice. They are extraordinary, but they have not been alone in the fight. Countless friends and neighbors have stepped forward with empathy, kindness, and generosity. We are eternally grateful to all of you who have helped us from behind the scenes. You are certainly heroes as well. Of course, we are exceedingly grateful to those who have guided the hospital through the recent crisis: the Brooklyn Hospital Center Board of Trustees, our Community Advisory Board, and the Brooklyn Hospital Foundation, who produced tonight's event. Thank you for your wisdom and commitment. And now, please join me as we salute the efforts of our entire community of heroes in this special video presentation.
I think the best definition of a hero is someone who places himself in peril for the benefit of others. And that's some very height of the COVID crisis. It wasn't just one singular person acting heroically. It was a group of men and women here at the Brooklyn Hospital. In our 175 years, this was our finest hour. It's important to acknowledge the community and the support they gave the employees at the Brooklyn Hospital Center at the height of the pandemic.
When we first found out about COVID, we were so panicked, especially me, I'm over 55. But we had something to look forward to, the 7 p.m. clap. And the fire engines would come, and the NYPD would come, and the traffic cops would come, and neighbors would come, and children, and then the nurses and doctors would come out, and we would cheer for them.
An expanded community of friends rallied around the hospital. Individuals, restaurant owners, third grade classes, Girl Scouts, fraternities, sororities, mostly local friends and neighbors, but also from all over the world. Meals were delivered 24/7 to sustain our staff. And in response to the PPE shortage, people sourced thousands of masks, face shields, and other vital supplies.
After we moved to the Brooklyn Navy Yard, we decided we wanted to be part of the community. So joining the board of the Brooklyn Hospital Center became important. Our head of design got COVID, and she was the first one that we sent over there, and they treated her so well. So it would be natural to leave there wanting to make a difference to the people that are making a difference. And during the pandemic, we wanted to donate masks. So I personally went over to the hospital and saw what was happening and the devastation over there, and decided to do something else. So we, as a community in the Navy Yard, started making gowns. Gowns were much harder to make than masks, but they were needed more. We were so excited that we could make a difference there. We decided to do a fundraiser for the hospital. For the month of April, we took 20% of all of our proceeds, and we raised $100,000 for the hospital, which we were really proud of. Just being part of it and being able to help them, help others, is a wonderful mission that every New Yorker wants to feel they can do.
Every hospital employee stepped up to fill new roles and to provide resources. One of our pulmonary residents, Dr. Stephen Miller, organized his friends and family from Texas. Together they raised thousands of dollars. And our child life specialists, so knowledgeable in psychosocial care, created the Comfort Cart filled with donations.
This is our Comfort Cart, and this cart was pushed around throughout the entire hospital, providing snacks, drinks, self-care items to bring a little bit of joy and comfort to the hospital staff.
The outpouring of support from the Brooklyn community was amazing. We had meals that were being delivered. We had coconut water, granola bars, energy drinks, makeup, and ring pops and self-care. We even put together these little bags that had some little sweet treats and stuff to support the staff with a pay it forward card, so that they would then write a positive comment about a staff member and give it to them to continue paying attention to psychosocial care.
It made the biggest difference. I mean, I would want to thank everybody. Any chance we got, we sent videos and pictures to the donors to let them know how appreciative the staff was, and just they really made a difference and they brightened everybody's day.
Support from the corporate community poured in. Corcoran Real Estate, BNY Mellon, TD Bank, Deutsche Bank, to name but a few. On Memorial Day, Dan Chung of Alger phoned. He was concerned about how the marathon shifts and wartime conditions were affecting our doctors and nurses. Dan and his staff decided to underwrite 2 amazing initiatives to help. The first was stress management.
After reading about the crisis in New York and the hospital system in New York, I think we quickly recognized that hospitals like Brooklyn Hospital Center were actually the front lines themselves of the front lines. The images that we saw on the news could not make it clearer that doctors, nurses, and of course hospital staff and EMT were the front lines here. I wish we could help them all, but the nurses sort of became, the main focus. The stress management was suggested by Debbie Niederhofer, and I thought it was an excellent idea because I did want to do something to help all the nurses and staff at the hospital. Hopefully it's both a good experience for them, helps them center themselves, but also it's a pause in the day to reflect on all the good you're doing and also to sort of recharge. And can't imagine that the nurses and the staff at Brooklyn Hospital don't need and deserve that.
We use tools from yoga and mindfulness to promote resilience, to help folks manage their stress so they can show up in the way that they know they need to show up and continue to do their good work in the world with the kind of presence and energy that they need.
You're able to function more, you're able to contribute more. You're not as tired, mentally exhausted. It boosts you up physically as well because everything is not dragged at a sense. You don't feel overwhelmed.
I do think that the biggest gift you get from charity is actually to the giver for opening their minds and hearts.
Good evening, everyone. I couldn't be more pleased to take part in such a special event. I like to think that I possess an extra dose of Brooklyn Hospital clout. After all, this is an institution that is near and dear to me for so many reasons. But let's start at the very beginning. 50 years ago, I came into this world at the Brooklyn Hospital. And I haven't stopped caring about this place ever since. In fact, during my years in the New York State Assembly and now as a member of the United States Congress, I have dedicated myself to the community of which this hospital is such a vital part, living in and sharing its diverse and talented constituents. Tonight, I join you in reflecting on 2020, a year that has been challenging, yet also deserving of celebration. 2020 marks the 175th anniversary of the hospital's founding. This treasured institution was born out of necessity because in 1845 there was simply no place for the sick and injured to go. And it has grown and thrived in the decades since, tending to Brooklyn's healthcare needs and filling the gap when it comes to providing access to quality care. Of course, 2020 has challenged each and every one of us. And that is why we need this great hospital now more than ever, to take good care of us and to usher us into a brighter future. I have learned many lessons from Brooklyn Hospital's long and storied history. As a leader, I do all I can to help my constituents understand and navigate environments that can be foreign and frightening. And as a father, I tell my sons that weathering times like these has an upside. It unites us, strengthens us, and reminds us of what's most important in life. Through tonight's virtual gala, you have already met many of the heroes who have stepped up in an extraordinary fashion during the COVID-19 pandemic. It is now my distinct honor to introduce one of the most extraordinary. Dr. Sylvie D'Souza, Chair of Emergency Medicine at the Brooklyn Hospital, represents everything that we could ever hope for in a leader. Sylvie is being recognized for her fine, long-standing career at the Brooklyn Hospital, her stellar teaching, her commitment to her patients, and her leadership of the emergency department throughout countless crises. Throughout this unprecedented year, she rose to the national spotlight for courageously stepping into uncharted waters each and every day, and for leading her incredible team to do the same. Dr. Sylvie D'Souza, it is truly my great honor to present you with the 2020 Walter E. Reed Medal. You have awed us with your courage, compassion, and commitment, and we are grateful beyond words.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, senior administration, members of the medical board and professional staff, esteemed colleagues, family, and friends. I am deeply honored and moved to have been chosen to receive the Walter E. Reed Medal. I am especially honored to be recognized at a time of particular significance, where the Brooklyn Hospital Center not only celebrates 175 years of service to the community, but also emerges from a most fierce and great battle against the most destructive disease known in our lifetime, the novel coronavirus, COVID-19. As ER workers, we have trained to be ready for any eventuality, known and unknown. We meet a diversity of humanity from all stations and stages of life, conveying countless stories filled with intimate secrets, trusting us always to make the right decisions in a matter of seconds or minutes. This bond created between doctor and patient is sacred and humbling. We fix broken legs and broken hearts, mend minds and bodies, relieve pain and suffering, ventilate lungs for those who cannot breathe, restart hearts that no longer beat, and yes, sometimes we cry, but only until the next ambulance arrives with the next emergency. Then it's on to the next patient, equally deserving of all our undivided attention. The tears, once again, will have to wait for later. After serving through 9/11, train derailments, the H1N1 crisis, and Hurricane Sandy, many of us have accrued a fair amount of expertise in preparing for and responding to disasters. Yet, despite our experience, the upcoming battle could not have been anticipated. This was indeed a novel disease, unpredictable in how it spread, presented, behaved, and chose its victims. We persevered shift after shift, day after day, in the ER or in the tent erected to care for an ever-growing overflow of patients with little sleep, even when lying in bed. And so we did combat against an invisible yet cruel enemy, a fight we were determined to win. We had to manage infectious panic as much as the disease itself. We had to overcome fear of getting sick or bringing the virus home to loved ones. Many of us did get sick, and some of us lost family members, friends, and colleagues. Confronted with such great losses, grief, and isolation, we remained resolute and undeterred. Those personally affected all returned to work as soon as able, like wounded soldiers, because the thought of abandoning colleagues on the battlefield was unbearable. Although I am honored by this prestigious award, I know that it took an army to get the mission accomplished. I would like to share this award with the entire ER team, too numerous to name individually, acknowledge and thank all the clinical and non-clinical staff and departments who fought alongside with us, as well as the community that kept us encouraged with the innumerable gestures of solidarity. Unfortunately, this pandemic also brought to light the existing disparities when it comes to access to health care and preventive care, as we watched the Black and Brown communities impacted disproportionately. As a first-generation immigrant and a biracial woman, I know all too well what it feels like to be the odd one out, the outsider, the foreigner. But I also know the value of being given a chance, of someone seeing my value and believing in me. If my journey led me to those who gave me that chance, such as Dr. Angela Bennett at Downstate and Dr. Nina Mazer, my mentor and a pioneer of emergency medicine, it was TBHC that gave me a place to practice my craft and rest my heart. I am living proof that being given a chance matters. It is to my parents, my first mentors, Wilfred and Francine D'Souza, that I dedicate this award. They demonstrated the importance of living a meaningful life, a life of service and of not ever giving up, because even the greatest challenges always have a solution. To my husband, Jean Lambert, I thank you for believing in me and supporting me. And to our son, Remy, thank you for showing me the meaning of unconditional love. To my family and friends, I thank you for understanding my calling. Walter E. Reed, who trained at TBHC, went on to be known for his groundbreaking work on yellow fever. The times have changed, the knowledge and methods have evolved, and the disease is new. However, one thing has remained the same through time. It is a shared desire to alleviate human pain and suffering. TBHC will go on to be known as a community hospital who answered the call, who rose up when COVID-19 struck and without fanfare relied on its greatest riches, its everyday heroes who fought with immense courage and sacrifice. I will finish with some words from one of my heroes, Arthur Ashe, a great athlete and a model of discipline, selflessness, service, and advocacy. True heroism is remarkably sober, very undramatic. It is not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. D'Souza, and thank you so much to Congressman Jeffries. We want to take some time now to acknowledge our event's most generous sponsors. Our thanks go to St. George's University, BSE Global, Mount Sinai, BNY Mellon, and TD Bank.
And Dino Veronese, Liz Ann Fontaine, New York Cancer, National Grid, Medmetrics, and Red Apple. If you can join us in our fundraising efforts, no matter what the amount is, please text BRAVE 175 to 243 725.
Well, I hear our photo mosaic is building. Let's take a look. Wow, that's coming along. Maria, that looks good.
This is delicious. I got the recipe from the Potty Lounge page.
You know that drink will go perfectly with our next section.
I'm sure it will. So let's get cooking.
My name is Georgette Farkas. I'm the Culinary Ambassador for Great Performances Catering. I love this virtual celebration because it enables us at Great Performances to continue our longstanding tradition of cooking for Brooklyn Hospital. I gave some thought as to what I would cook for you today, and I wanted to bring together many of the cultures that come from around the world and land at the hospital in Brooklyn, in New York City. So we're going to make a pumpkin squash farotto finished with some toasted pumpkin seeds. So let's get cooking. Come on in. Okay, we're going to make this pumpkin squash risotto. The main ingredient, of course, is this lovely farro grain, nice and hearty. The pumpkin squash, I've got these all nice and peeled. You're going to seed them and then cube them. I've also got some here that are all nicely sliced up. Those are going to get roasted to be our garnish. Some olive oil, some fresh thyme, salt and pepper. Let's get those right in the oven. So here it goes in at 400 degrees. One of the final touches is going to be this radicchio. The pumpkin squash is so sweet. We're going to use the radicchio to introduce a little bit of bitterness and color and texture to the dish. So we're going to get started with a little bit of olive oil, our onions. We're also going to add the pumpkin squash. We'll get that garlic going in there, a little salt. All right, we're going to add a little fresh thyme here. And this is going to keep cooking until it just gets nice and soft, sort of translucent. All right, so while that's cooking, we have our radicchio. That's going to get just a nice quick stir, and we're going to let that cook just until it begins to wilt, and then we'll set it aside. So now our next step is to add the farro grain. So this is, we would call it toasting. We're essentially toasting the farro in the olive oil here. Now, a little bit of white wine, between a half and a quarter cup. Save enough for the chef to have a sip or two. The alcohol cooks off, and what you're left with is the flavor. So it gives the dish a little bit of acidity. It creates some balance in the dish. And you're just going to cook stirring until that's almost entirely evaporated. The next step now is we're going to begin to add our stock. This is an entirely vegetarian dish. You could do it with chicken stock. So I'm adding this nice roughly chopped sage, and the sage will give a really nice earthy taste to contrast with that really natural sweetness of the butternut squash. So I think it's quite an important component in this dish. As I said, we're going to slowly keep adding some stock. It's absorbed all of its broth. Add a nice little, just a little sprinkling of olive oil to give a little richness to finish up. We're going to add a little bit of our radicchio. Last but not least, we're going to add our Parmesan cheese. We're going to just stir in that Parmesan. You'll see it'll melt right into the risotto. It'll give it a richness. So our sliced butternut squash has been roasting away here. See, we got it just a little bit browned, and again, it brings out that lovely natural sweetness, the height of great fall season ingredients. To finish this dish, the base of our plate is going to be the roasted pumpkin squash, our radicchio. Let's add our pumpkin squash farotto right to the plate. That Parmesan has just melted in beautifully. There we go. We've got one last step. That is our toasted spiced pumpkin seeds. Every dish needs a nice little bit of crunch to finish. So for my friends at Brooklyn Hospital and the entire Brooklyn Hospital community, thank you so much for all of the support that you give to the hospital. I hope you enjoy this lovely fall dish. Have a terrific evening. Thanks so much.
Kate is busy eating, so enjoy it, Kate. Meanwhile, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to the hospital's president and CEO, Gary Terrinoni.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to our 2020 Founders Ball for the Brooklyn Hospital Center. This is our 175th anniversary. We're so happy to have you here this evening with us. Despite the challenges that we faced this year, we've continued to make progress moving the Brooklyn Hospital Center forward. We have really executed on our blueprint for financial success that we started about 5 years ago. Please join me with Dr. Kandamudi, our Chief Medical Officer, to see some of the progress that we've made over the last year. DeSanto, it's a good thing that the new location for the faculty practice is close, given the weather today. But you know, this weather kind of reminds me in a way of what we've been through this past year with the pandemic.
Yes.
And so if we can get through the pandemic successfully, I think we could walk a short distance to the new faculty practice in the rain.
Absolutely, Gary.
Bob Olesino, our Chief Operating Officer, is going to meet us here.
We opened this building May 15th, tried to divide the building by practices. So the 11th floor, which we'll visit first, will be the bariatric and general surgery floors. You'll see that this identifies what practices are on the floor here, the 11th floor. And as you walk through, you'll find that we have every corridor in the building has a window view at the end of it to let in natural light. And this is an example of a typical exam room. And at the back end of each floor, we have the workspaces for the clinicians and the support staff that is on the floor. Correct. And orthopedics is one of our centers of excellence. As a result, oh, here he is now, Dr. Fetto.
Hey, Dr. Fetto. How you doing? I think the patients respond to the kind of environment we have. And when you show them that we have a really, really up-to-date modern facility, they're going to feel they're getting top-notch care.
Right now we're in our new office building at St. Felix, 86 St. Felix Street. We moved in the beginning of May, and it's been a fantastic experience. Staff and doctors and patients are very happy. The building is state-of-the-art. We have wonderful views of Brooklyn, and again, everyone feels safe and comfortable because it's a separate building, and we are making sure the rooms are getting cleaned between patients' visits, and everyone in the waiting room is also kept at least 6 feet apart to limit any spread of the COVID-19 infection.
We've seen so much change in the neighborhood as well as at our institution, but our move here to the Physician Pavilion is really mirrors some of the changes that we've seen in the neighborhood. This is really a world-class institution and a world-class facility, and now patients are starting to see some of that.
Bob, why don't you continue the tour at our new dialysis center on Myrtle?
Sounds great, Gary. Hey, Judy.
Bob.
Welcome to the
Great.
Myrtle Avenue Dialysis Center.
It's beautiful. Wow. I'm so impressed.
Let me show you inside.
Thank you. Oh my
the
goodness,
clinical
Bob,
space.
this is beautiful. Oh, the patients are going to love this. This is completely different.
So we have 25 treatment bays. 25 patients can have dialysis at the same time. Brand new dialysis, state-of-the-art machines with digital screens. On the right here is the reverse osmosis system.
Wow. Hi, Velveena.
This is the guts of the organization. This is where the water that's used for the dialysis is produced. Without this, there's no dialysis.
Right,
This
exactly.
is what it's all about.
You did a lot of good work, a lot of hard work. It's beautiful.
Mount Sinai is a renowned health system, and we're very fortunate to have them as our clinical and academic affiliates. They provide enormous amount of opportunity, not only for our faculty, but also for our patients. Cardiology, oncology, women's health, and then diabetes and medical obesity, I think are the four key areas that we're focusing on.
They determined that I had blockage in one artery and a second artery, and they both needed stents. I found out that there was a relationship between Brooklyn Hospital and Mount Sinai, which I have to tell you, put me at a much higher comfort level. It saved my life.
From prevention to survivorship and thereafter, our partnership provides shared access to resources, information, data, programs, and breakthrough treatments.
Our goal is to work with the leadership of the Brooklyn Hospital Center to create a diabetes centers of excellence and offer a patient-centered model of care that will serve as a top-of-license approach and best practice model for engaging and caring for patients with a chronic health condition.
We are able to provide the highest level of patient care close to where our patients live, with access to all of the benefits and resources of Mount Sinai Medical Center.
The coordination of care, it will be seamless, and the access to the highest quality care is there for them, whether it's at the Brooklyn Hospital Center or at Mount Sinai.
You're in the right place, you're in the right hands, and that was really important to us at Brooklyn Hospital and at Mount Sinai.
Grenada has been the home to St. George's University for more than 40 years. As a charter class graduate, I can tell you firsthand that students become part of a community, a neighborhood, they become patrons, they become friends. And long after they leave that lovely island of Grenada to continue their careers, Grenada holds a special place in our hearts. And the same could be said about the Brooklyn Hospital Center because it's one of our first clinical programs that started with the school back in 1979. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, and I still live here with my family, and I'm very proud of that fact. And for our SGU students, this borough is like a second home to them. As the Dean of Clinical Studies at SGU, I am, I'm so happy to have seen students benefit from training along the top-notch doctors and nurses and the healthcare professionals that we have for our local patients in the borough of Brooklyn. With the arrival and the persistence of the COVID pandemic, there has never been a time when SU graduates have been more needed. They have stepped up to face this incredible challenge, and believe me, it's tough. Hundreds of them were prepared for this moment because of the education they received at SGU and the knowledge and the skills cultivated here at the Brooklyn Hospital. From all of us at St. George's University, congratulations to the Brooklyn Hospital Center for 175 years of providing healthcare to the incredible people in this community of Brooklyn, USA. Your rich history of excellence has created a wonderful atmosphere for our SGU students to learn and thrive. I speak on behalf of everyone at SGU when I say to all of you that the university looks forward to sending our highly qualified students to the Brooklyn Hospital for many more years to come. And we wish to say a sincere thank you for the foundation that you have helped provide.
After watching these videos, it is clear that the hospital is a world-class institution. Kate, let's check in one last time and see what the update is on the photos. We want to thank everyone for attending and celebrating the 175 years of the Brooklyn Hospital.
And thanks to all of our supporters. Hold on, Maria. I just heard we got another donation and we've just raised $1 million.
Wow, that is awesome. That is great. Kate, that is really wonderful news.
So before we close out for the evening after that great news and start the dancing with Omri Scarstruck and Grace Palmer for The Other Side of the Brain, we have one final surprise for you. A salute to our hospital heroes, the entire Brooklyn Hospital team who are serving on the front lines. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much for your support and have a good evening.
I'd like to acknowledge all of the Brooklyn Hospital for their heroic efforts. Everybody stepped up to the plate, which really showed not only Brooklyn but the world what we were made of here at the Brooklyn Hospital Center.
Thank you for all the TBHC staff for all the wonderful work you guys have done. We did it all together. It was a great team effort.
Thank you to everyone at the Brooklyn Hospital Center, every single one of you who took such good care of the community and indeed who took such good care of all of us during this time of need. You are truly in my heart.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone at the Brooklyn Hospital Center for all that you have done during a very difficult year.
I want to send a tremendous thank you to my colleagues at the Brooklyn Hospital Center. We did an amazing job representing our community and saving lives.
I would just like to thank Brooklyn Hospital, the entire staff, for their sincerity, their gratitude, and their commitment to serving the patients.
Thank you, TBHC. You are all our heroes and frontline staff, and you have done a tremendous job during this pandemic.
I want to thank everyone at TBHC who heroically served our community during these unprecedented and trying times. I'm so honored to be a part of this institution. Thank you so much.
Proud of our mission, proud of our employees, and proud of all the employees here, unsung heroes that make this the best hospital in Brooklyn.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you for your courage, your compassion, and your determination. Thank you for saving lives.
I just wanted to say a special and heartfelt thank you to all my colleagues and every staff member at TBHC. There wasn't one staff member who was present during the pandemic that didn't make a difference to a patient's life. So thank you so very much.
Love you all. Thank you.
You've all been heroes. Thank you very much.
I hope you're getting very drunk to celebrate, but not so drunk that you have to go to the hospital. But if you do have to go to the hospital, you'd be going to a good one. Please keep up the great work for our borough and have a wonderful night.
Congratulations to my friend Sylvie and all the healthcare workers. We are so grateful.
Congratulations, Sylvie. You truly are an angel on earth. It takes a very, very special person and a very special team to put your health and safety in jeopardy, to unselfishly watch out for the health and safety of others.
I want to congratulate Dr. Sylvie de Souza from Benin Like Me for receiving the Walter Reed Medal, and her entire team from the Brooklyn Hospital Center for their work during this pandemic. Thank you so much.
Greetings from Jamaica. My name is Tyrone Downey. I'm a member of the original Wailers, the band that backed Bob Marley for all these years. And Sylvie de Souza, doctor, the great Sylvie, who I knew from when she just started med school just before Bob died. I'm very proud of you, my sister. The work you've been doing since 9/11 and even before that. And the great work you're doing now with the healthcare workers of the Brooklyn Hospital Center, saving lives every day and risking your own, making America really great again.
To Sylvie and the entire team at the Brooklyn Hospital Center, happy 175th anniversary. Thank you for all that you do every single day for making the center a place of hope and healing.
Sumanye. Atele. Mosoma, Mosoma. Kuma, 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 kuma. Tanga diwo ongu satanga ne usama kosa. Anumuna sisi au ya sama kosa. Amuna yeye, koma, samakosa. Tanga tanga, umbu satanga.
Serious.
achuchucha, uyuyuya, achuchucha, uyuyuya, achuchucha, uyuyuya, achuchucha, 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 achuchucha. Meniniga, vambora na praça, chegar na praça, vambora no prenda. dance, grandmother? Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Hey you, give up the ghost that's haunting you now. Shout it out, let it stay inside and eat you alive. Now dig it, make up your mind. Don't you understand the side of life? I can assure you, when you're my age, you'll learn from all you've left behind. You've got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't wanna hear you late. You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up, stay. See now, Chevy wait till lay across town. Hey, let the long reaching arm won't bring you around. See, well, I say it ain't easy. But giving up is an easy thing to do. Time is on the side. Well, you just watch the clock and let it take for you. You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up. Got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up.
Party people in the place to be. It's about that time.
Yeah.
What you know about going out? Head west, red legs, TVs, all up in the headrest. Trying to live it up, rock jewel, bigger truck, piece all glittered up, stick a kid for what? Jig with a cut, slip Chris, spit it up. Rock, get your nut till I can't get it up. I'm a big man, get a slam boom. I done hit everything from Cancun to Grand Tune. Why you stand on the wall, hand on your balls, lighting up drugs, always fighting in the club. I'm the reason they made the dress code. They figure out what and why when I'm in my fresh clothes. Dresses I suppose from my neck to my toes. Neck full of gold, baguettes in my rolls. Rec shows, collect those extra O's. By the E, get a key to the Lex to hold. East, west, every state, come on, bury the hate. Millions, the only thing we in the heavy to make. Whether from the ex-friend, intellect, or bins. Let's begin, bring this BS to an end. Come on.
Bad, 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 bad boy.
Yeah.
You make me feel so good.
Bad boy.
You make me feel so good.
Yeah.
You know you make me feel so good.
That's what we do.
Bad, 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 bad
Come on.
boy. I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could.
You can't understand, we be Rod Kiki, sipping DP to the TV, look greedy. Little kids see me way out in DC with a Z3 Chrome BBs. They wanna be me, talking, they ought to quit. Unfortunate, they don't see a fourth what I get. And those be the same ones walking while I with. Just started seeing cars cause they auction it. So while you daydream, mama say they gleam, and I deal with the pose and Maybelline. One time you had it all, I ain't mad at y'all, now give me the catalog. I show you how daddy ball. That's right. 6 cars and power to 5 big stars. Sit up CEO style, smoking on cigars. It's like y'all be talking funny. I don't understand language of people with short money. Come on now.
Bad, 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 bad boy.
Yeah.
You make me feel so good.
Come on.
You make me feel so good. You know you make me feel so good.
That's what we do.
Bad, 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 bad
Yeah.
boy. I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could.
Come on.
I wouldn't change you if I could.
Dumae's got the ladies. Do puff drive Mercedes. Take hits from the 80s. But do it sound so crazy? For me personally, it's nothing personal. I do what work for me, you do what work for you. And I dress with what I was blessed with. Never been arrested for nothing domestic. And I chill the way you met me. With a jet ski, a tattoo, a SC. Smoke my Nestle, no mad rap, ass cat where my check be. Problem with y'all, I said directly.
Your friends seem to think that you're so picture clean. My friends
answer from above. You came into my life and showed me one thing for sure. With love, nothing is certain. You got to go for it when you feel it. Everybody needs somebody to love. And I choose you, baby. So let's make that move right now, baby. You only go around once in a lifetime. Make that move right now, baby. So natural to give in to feelings deep inside when love is due. And I knew something was missing, 'cause I feel brand new. And motivation's in my heart whenever I'm with you. So girl, whatever you do, just remember, love is emotion. You got to hold on tight when you know it's right. Everybody needs somebody to love. And I choose you, baby. So let's make that move right now, baby. You only go around once in a lifetime. Make that move right now, baby. The longer you wait on love, the more you'll be without it. Right on.
Chaka Khan, Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do. Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, what I feel for you. Shaka Khan, what you tell me what you wanna do? Do you feel for me the way I feel for you? Shaka Khan, let me tell you what I wanna do. I wanna love you, wanna hug you, wanna squeeze you too. So let me take it in my arms, let me feel you with my charm, Shaka. 'Cause you know that I'm the one to keep you warm, Shaka. I make it more than just a physical dream. I wanna rock you, Shaka, make you wanna scream. Let me rock it, rock it. let me rock it, it's all I wanna do. Shaka Khan, let me rock it, Shaka Khan. Let me rock it, got the feel for you, the feel for you.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ngilondoloze, uhambenami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ngilondoloze, uhambenami, zungangishilana. I'm not perfect, I came from ruthless times as a juvenile. Ilondoloze, zungangishilana. Look into my eyes, see pain and sacrifice. What's goes on my mind, just trying to survive. Ilondoloze, zungangishilana. Tomaka emo wuru, oti wuru si wuru. Emi won wa mi ni wuru, toju ko oju wuru. Mi eni teji suru, time si mi solo. Lati ikoro si boro, down to Ikorodu.
Aikolana, buso wami, aukolana, ilondolose,
Yes, so crazy right now.
The Beat Conductor
Remix Part 2. Yes.
You ready?
me right now. Your kiss got me hoping